Yeah.
I've never seen it. A little more red than the other one. I think I see upper. We did a lot out. Where's your partner? Somewhere here.
Oh, no, he's on his way.
Tomorrow's our day to do that. Are there really? I think we missed our opportunity.
No, there were lights from the beginning. There might be people.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so there was a rush.
Amazing. Beautiful. Amazing.
Right, which will be impossible.
Right, but I think
Congratulations.
Well, do you want to get a drink? Yeah. This is so great.
There was a lunch there. 2 hours we spent lunch instead of having to go back up there. Just went home and took a nap. So we're holding everything for tomorrow. I just hope the weather cooperates. I think it's positive. I think the worst, all the snow drops. Supposed to have blown out after today.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
There was a little rain, but then it was
Yes, it wasn't as bad as the first one. It was just insane. It's just like jumping on one Wednesday. Oh, up, there we go.
We appreciate your courtesy. Welcome. It is with immense gratitude and it's my deepest honor to welcome each and every one of you to Shahzia Sikander Collective Behavior at the Palazzo and Axel as we sit here at the beautiful 60th Venice Biennale. We are so thrilled and we are so pleased that each of you could join with us tonight. We have a few remarks to help us and to guide us into what it took to bring this exhibition together and a little bit about what it means. The team that brought us together. As this beautiful light descends upon us here at the Palazzo and Axel, we thank the owners and we thank the architect here for allowing us to inhabit this space and to add Shahzia's beautiful work to this space. It is truly an honor. The space has been little seen by the Biennale crowd, so we're pleased to be able to bring it to each of you. And we hope that you will send visitors this way to see the exhibition as well. Shahzia is with us tonight, and we're going to hear a few brief words from Shahzia. But before we do that, I want to say a few thank yous to some of those who helped to make this exhibition a reality. So my role, my name is Brandon Kitchen, is as director of the Cincinnati Art Museum. We also have a representative here, who you'll meet in just a moment, Heidi Stream, from the Cleveland Museum of Art. So how did two Ohio-based institutions bring together the American-Pakistani artist Shahzia Sikander to Venice? It is a story of globalism. It's a story of empathy, it's a story of kindness, and it's a story of ambition. This is a time in which the world is in short supply of all of those things. Of empathy, of kindness, of listening, and of moral ambition. And I would say that Shahzia's work that inhabits these galleries says all of these things to us. It is such a thrill and such an honor to be able to say that the art within these galleries speaks to each and every one of us in a time when perhaps we need it most. In a world that is torn apart, it is the art of this gallery that has brought us together. So it's gratitude to Shahzia immense gratitude for making that possible. That empathy comes through the work, that kindness comes through the work, and that moral compass comes through the work. So thank you. As I hand off the microphone in just a few moments, I do want to say a thank you to each of those who saw that vision and said it was possible to bring this exhibition to Venice. The Terra Foundation for American Art, thank you, Sharon Corwin. To the Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts. To the National Endowment for the Arts, but you haven't heard that yet. It hasn't been official, but coming. Our presenting sponsor, Kenneth J. Birdwell, thank you so much for all of your work to bring us together tonight. To Rebecca and Ira Carmen, thank you for your support. To Lauren Rich Fine, thank you for making this possible. To the Commissioner of the Biennale and Curator, Adrian Pedrosa, for understanding that this time is when we need art the most, and to be able to bring new voices within the Venice Biennale that each of us should have seen long ago. Thank you to our curator and to Adrian for bringing all of us together. This is an official collateral event of the Venice Biennale. So as such, we've been blessed to be able to say that all visitors to the Biennale have a chance to come to see Shahzia Sikander collective behavior. Now, I would also be remiss if I didn't thank the two curators who brought Shahzia to Venice and through the Cincinnati Art Museum and the Cleveland Museum of Art, Dr. Ainsley Cameron and Emily Lieber, curators from two different institutions who each have found each other through this exhibition as well. You'll have a chance in just a moment to hear about Ainsley and Emily's vision for this exhibition. But before we do that, I do want to start with the spirit of partnership, which is to hand the microphone first over to Heidi Stream from the Cleveland Museum of Art to help us with the partnership that has made this possible and to give a closing on my behalf, just deepest thank you to Shahzia for making this possible for all of us. Heidi, please take the mic and tell us about Cleveland.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. It's really a pleasure to stand here, and I'm very honored to represent Cleveland. On behalf of our director, William Griswold, and our trustees and close friends and donors, I just want to say this has been an amazing invitation that came to us from Cincinnati. I'm so grateful that we got to work with you and got to work with you, Shahzia, so it's both. And while this is a culmination of work, and it's really lovely to be tonight, I wanted to restate that we actually are leading into another sort of partnership going forward. I'm thrilled that this is an exhibition that really is about the global context and the way that ideas are received and interpreted. And we will bring this back to the American Midwest and have parallel shows, is the way I think of them. Certainly, Ainsley, you've been working on a project that will culminate in a major show with a publication we're excited about. And our curator, Dr. Emily Lieber, is also working on a project that will draw more correlations to our historic Southeast Asian collection. Really excited about seeing these shows in early 2025. We wanted to just say that there are so many things that happen to make an exhibition come together. All of us know this. We work together both at our respective institutions, but really it's the professionalism and the expertise and the remarkable leadership that we get from our teams both at home and here in Venice. In Cincinnati, I'd like to say thank you not only to the curators, but also to Jenny Ekman, Susan Hudson, Darcy Schwartz, and Joe Civitato. In Cleveland, my colleagues are not able to be here tonight, but hopefully we'll be able to come during the run of the show. But I'd like to acknowledge the important work of Emily Mears, Todd Messick, and Jacqueline Long. In Venice, it's been a stunning experience to be here, but working together so seamlessly with the DH office for production of exhibition. Philip Crummell is our exhibition architect, and we've really been blessed with fantastic and sympathetic design for Matteo Rosso, the Sebastian Mazzaroni studio. We thank you so much for being here. I want to offer yet one more word of thanks to the lenders to the exhibition. It's just been amazing. I understand some of them There's certainly loans from you yourself, and it's very generous. So, with the evening, I'd like to say thank you, and Sean.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight to celebrate Shahzia. I'm going to keep my words quite brief, but what I do want to ask you to do, and perhaps the bar staff will make sure that this is happening as I'm speaking, please make sure you have a glass in your hand for when I finish. I want to start out by thanking Ainsley Cameron, the curator of South Asian and Islamic art and antiquities at the Cincinnati Art Museum. Shahzia and Ainsley first worked together at the Philadelphia Museum about 10 years ago in her role as curator of Southeast Asian art. Ainsley was charged with reinterpreting the new Southeast Asian Gallery, and rather than do something academic or purely historic, she commissioned Shahzia to execute a contemporary reinterpretation of one of the museum's prized manuscripts, which is still on permanent display. Since then, Ainsley's been a tireless supporter of Shahzia's work and has dedicated herself to this survey with extraordinary determination and professionalism for the better part of 5 years. There are a number of people, some have been mentioned, some haven't, who also need to be thanked. Presenting sponsor Ken Birdwell, an avid collector of Shahzia's work, who generously supported this exhibition. Ron Pizzuti, a long-time collector of Shahzia's work since the 1990s, and a good friend of the gallery. As a trustee of the Madison Square Park Conservancy, Ron helped bring 2 of her most recent sculptures to life, one of which is included in this exhibition in the courtyard. Cameron Kitchen, the director of the Cincinnati Art Museum, must be thanked for his extraordinary insight and foresight. It's very rare that a museum director, American museum director, would recognize the value of bringing Shahzia's survey exhibition to Venice before it even arrived at his own institution. And Cameron's championed this project from inception. Dr. Emily Liebert, curator of contemporary art at Cleveland Art Museum, who joined the Team Shahzia at a critical moment, and has been a supportive partner in this endeavor. We're also grateful to David Rankovich and David Gramazio of DH Office for their sterling production of the exhibition, and to the owners of the Palazzo and Axel for hosting this. I'd particularly like to thank my colleagues at the gallery who worked on collective behaviour, especially Janine Chirincioni, who's here tonight. I can't see her, but Janine does such extraordinary work with Shahzia and is absolutely tireless in support of Shahzia and many of the other artists in the gallery. So finally, to close, Shahzia is one of our most important living artists. Her work resonates worldwide as it addresses profound issues that seem, frankly, ever more urgent. The gallery is very proud to represent such a visionary artist and to celebrate this extraordinary journey with her. But Shahzia is also an amazing mother, a great friend to those around her, and a wonderful, empathetic human being. It's interesting that Cameron opened with the word empathy, and that, I think, sums Shahzia up in every aspect. So I'd like to ask you, I would like to ask you to join me in an act of collective behaviour in raising a glass to Shahzia in this remarkable exhibition. Thank you so much.
I did want to just say thank you so much to so many wonderful supporters that we have here. Sean Kelly Gallery absolutely has been a lifeline throughout this process for us, as well as Emily, my co-curator, and our institutions who are incredibly supportive of us. So thank you so much to everyone here. I'm going to add one more shout out to someone from DH Office, who is Laurel. He has been our person on the ground these last couple of weeks, and we absolutely would not be here without her. So thank you so much, and Emily.
Thank you. I'm Emily Weaver from the Cleveland Museum of Art and want to echo all of the thank yous that have already been said. It's such a special moment when we've been working collaboratively with so many people to bring an exhibition to life, and then there's that moment where the doors open and it's out to the public, and it's such a gift to share our work these months and years with all of you tonight. And I think to thank Shahzia on behalf of both of us for this inspiring journey together, and we're so excited that this is only the sort of midway point of the show. We have months left in Venice, and then we can't wait to bring your remarkable work.
Good evening, all of you. Well, I want to obviously thank everyone who is here, because I have to believe that you all believe in the power of art and that you are invested in supporting the art and the artists. So I welcome everyone. Art is without boundaries, and art survives us all. For me, art is really about knowledge construction, but also about negotiating a space in a very fraught world. See, societies are not static, nor histories are one-dimensional. Art is alive, moving and changing, and it can make a difference. And it can allow multiple meanings and multiple possibilities to open up space for a more just world. A world where we all can take space. So I'm very, very grateful for this platform and to have the support of all of you that made this exhibit possible. Please enjoy the work, and thank you for joining us in celebrating a sensitively, thoughtfully, and extremely beautifully curated exhibit. Thank you.